These are the talking points the administration put out after the attack. Steve Hayes of the Weekly Standard reports that the first draft by the CIA on September 14th said this: the crowd almost certainly was a mix of individuals from across many sectors of Libyan society. That being said, we do know that Islamic extremists with ties to al-Qaeda participated in the attack. This was the first draft of talking points by the CIA on September 14th. But after objections from state and after the White House had a meeting, you can see the talking points, and it's a little hard to see there on the screen. There are lots of lines drawn through them. They were heavily edited, and all mention of Islamic extremists were taken out. Congressman Lynch, weren't the talking points the administration put out in advance of Susan Rice's appearance on those 5 Sunday shows, weren't those talking points scrubbed?
They certainly weren't accurate. I don't know what the process was there, but absolutely, they were false. They were wrong. There were no protests outside of the Benghazi compound there. This was a deliberate and strategic attack on the consulate there. So any statements that this was sort of like the other protests that we saw in Cairo and other embassies, this was not that type of case.
So briefly, and we're running out of time, Congressman Lynch. How do you explain the fact that that Sunday, UN Ambassador Rice came on this show and 4 other Sunday shows, never mentioned the al-Qaeda extremists, which had been scrubbed from the talking points, but did mention a reaction to the anti-Islam video, which had never been in any of the talking points?
Well, it was scrubbed. It was totally inaccurate. You're absolutely right. There's no excuse for that. It was false information, and what they try to do is harmonize what happened in Benghazi with what happened everywhere else across the Middle East.
And do you think part of that was because? And do you think it was scrubbed because of the fact that that didn't fit into the president's narrative that al-Qaeda was on the run?
Well, I think it was a victory of hope over reality, to be honest with you. They were hoping that this wasn't the case.
Hope over reality?
I wouldn't call it a victory of hope over reality. I mean, that's look, at the end of the day,